Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over the changes that are going to occur for the next season of Go Battle League. Now, these are not going to apply when you're going up against, say, raids, okay? These are solely for PvP. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and hop into this. Another thing to take note of too is we do not know the exact numbers for, say, new energy generation for particular moves that we're going to be looking at here, okay? So looks like Niantic decided to flip everything on its head. All right, we've discussed this before, how when we get a new season, all they really do is shift moves around. This costs less energy, this costs more energy, this can do now defense down, this this move is now useless when it was very useful. You spent all this Stardust and now it's useless. It's like, that's where we're at, okay? So get ready to power up some new Pokemon. Also use probably Elite Charge TM on a few things. All right. With that said, hopefully everybody's having a fantastic day. I already know you are because it's Belgium Community Day. Alrighty, so hopefully I can get some views on this because I know everybody's playing that. First things first, the switch clock is going to be reduced from 60 to 50 seconds. So instead of waiting 60 seconds, you now have to wait only 50 seconds. So 10 extra seconds less. Alrighty, let's get into this. Let's start all the way from the left and move down, and then we'll get into PV Poke. Again, there's a few things to take note of. We do not know the exact amount of energy that is going to be occurring for some of these moves now. All right, so Rock Slide is going to be going from 75 power to 65 power, taking a little bit of a hit there, unfortunately. Night Slash is going to be going from 60 to 80 power. Energy costs decrease. So not only is it going to be stronger, but you're also going to be able to get to it faster. All right. Swift energy cost decrease. That's all that's going on for that. Body Slam is going to be going from 60 to 50 power, so it's going to get a nice little debuff there. I think that's well worth it because that stupid move is annoying sometimes. It's very good, I get it, I know. All right, Trailblaze, energy cost decreased. Okay, sounds good. That's just going to be good for my Ampharos. Excelente. Fairy Wind is going to be going from 3 power to 4, so it's going to be doing a little bit more damage. Shadow Malwa, I'm looking at you. Of course, there's a lot of other things out there. Then we do have Rollout going from 5 to 8 power. That's pretty significant. Okay, and that's going to make a lot of things start rising up that you're going to see here in just a second when we get into the PV Poke. And then we do have Mud Slap going from 11 to 12, as well as energy generation increased. So not only is it doing more damage, but it is going to now generate energy a lot faster, which is going to be good because there's quite a few Mud Slap users out there that definitely needed that buff, including, not that it needed it, but Excadrill for the Master League. Oh, and a lot of these moves are not going to be affecting Master League too much. As a matter of fact, it's like they're focusing on only Great League. It's so annoying. Anyway, moving on here. Wing Attack energy generation decreased. That's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's a lot of good Wing Attack users out there. Power Gem is going to be going from 80 to 85 power, and energy cost decreased. So, Power Gem, let's go. What is that? What is it? Combee's evolution? I forgot its name, but you know, the Queen Bee. That has that move. I know a lot of other things do too, but it's not too much of a meta move that too many Pokemon have. Moving it on. Steel Wing, energy generation and decreased. Well, that's something there. So they literally last season increased the damage, and now the energy generation is down. It's like just pulling the rug out of people's freaking underneath them, huh? Future Sight, it went from 120 to 110. All right, power, okay. Zap Cannon, chance to opponent attack drop, okay. Am I missing something here? Am I actually spacing out? Because didn't it do that before? Zap Cannon has a chance. I don't know, maybe I'm just losing my mind here. Anyways, Karate Chop. Wait till we get to counter. Holy crap. If you don't already know, then sheesh. Karate Chop is going to gain energy faster. So energy generation increased. Absolutely amazing. There's going to be a lot of Pokemon. And we're also going to be going over Pokemon that are learning new moves here in a minute. Sucker Punch goes from 5 to 8 power. Surf goes from 65 to 75 power. And the energy cost increased. Surf users took a little bit of a... yeah, it's a little bit of a hit. Yeah, I suppose. It's kind of like check and balance. Does more damage, costs more energy. Okay. Counter, energy generation decreased. The strongest quick move in the game. One of the best quick moves in the game, and they just straight up nuked it. Again, we do not know the exact numbers for all of these things here, so just keep that in the back of your mind. Mud Shot went from 3 to 4 power. Energy generation decreased. Wah, wah, wah. Metal Claw energy generation increased. Meditang, Metal Claw. There's a few other ones, but it's not too much of a increase. So what else you have? Empoleon, and I obviously not going to think of everything out the top of my head. Fire Spin, 10 power to 11. Okay, that's good. Razor Leaf, 10 power to 9. Ha ha ha. Bone Club, this is a pretty good move. 40 power to 55 power. That's pretty prevalent in a lot of move pools. Shadow Punch, 40 power to 55 power. Okay, very good, very good. Sky Attack, 75 power to 80 power. Energy cost increase. So you're seeing kind of the same thing going on for that Sky Attack like we do see for the Surf. So rising the power, but also rising the energy cost, which makes sense, but okay, Niantic. Dig, 80 power to 70, so that one's taking a bit of a hit. There's not too many things that use that anyway, so whatever. Brutal Swing, pretty prevalent move. And you're going to see a lot of new Pokemon learning this here in a second. It's going to be going from 65 power to 55 power. Energy cost decreased. So again, you're seeing almost like the reversal of Surf and Sky Attack. So in this case, the power is going down, but also the energy cost is also going down too. Psyshock energy generation increased, or Psywave. Wait, energy generation increased. Oh yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's that. Nobody really uses that move. Come on now. Smackdown. So, well, they will now, right? Smackdown is going from 12 power to 11. All right, so don't get it mixed up with Rock Throw, okay? So there's two different ones. Smackdown is the Bastodon nonsense, right? Tyranitar stuff. Although if you're using Tyranitar, you deserve to do that damage, but it looks like you're going to get a little bit of a nerf now. But again, Brutal Swing, though, on Tyranitar is going to be a little more spammy, so you have that. Astonish, you have a 9 power to 12. Good gosh. Good gosh. That's a big little buff there. Poison Sting, which is going to be shaking up. You're going to see a new rank 1 because of this. 3 power to 4. Okay, and then we have Parabolic Charge, which is going to be going from 65 power to 70. Energy cost decreased. Chance to 1+ user defense. Okay. All right. Now I do have a favorite pick. We will go over that here in a second. It's going to be a little bit of a longer video. Ladybug learning Counter. Fortress learning Wild Charge. Breloom, Hariyama, and Minshao learning Force Palm. So you already know what it is. You already know what it is. We've discussed this. They add a new move on a Pokemon, and the next season, they just give it to like 20 different Pokemon. I was going to say people. Pokemon. They're like, throw everything at it. Give everybody it. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. Pangoro. One of my favorite Pokemon. Just a cool ass dude. It's going to be learning Karate Chop. So yeah, and we already seen, so going back to Karate Chop, energy generation increased. So you might see kind of a new counter. Force Palm is basically a new counter anyway. All right, moving on here. We have Drainkiss. That is going to be able to be learned by Clefable, Togetic, Cutie Fly, and Tapu, female pink Tapu. So Drainkiss, there you go. Night Slash, we already seen that. Did it? What was that? What happened to Night Slash? Oh, 60 power to 80. Energy cost decreased. So you have Hisuian Decidueye, Hisuian Typhlosion, and Zora learning that. Okay, pretty cool. And then we have Dusknoir learning Shadow Punch. Seems like they're getting ready for Halloween. Is that just me? Is that just me? Nah, I don't think so. I think they're getting ready for Halloween stuff here. So we have Brutal Swing being learned by several different Pokemon here. I'll put it up on screen for you to see, including Minshao. What's with that? What's with that? What's with that evolution learning its prior evolution learning High Jump Kick, but not this evolution learning High Jump Kick? That's what made Minshao so good in the main series game. I personally used it at a couple of tournaments. Frail is all heck, but if you land that High Jump Kick without missing and falling and hurting yourself instead, that was always annoying. Then it would do tons of damage. The thing, and it was really fast. So you fake out, you High Jump Kick, and you just keep spamming them. It was a really good Pokemon. Really good. All right, anyways, moving on here, we have Rock Throw on Spiritomb. They're definitely gearing up for Halloween. Yeah, come on. They're gearing up for Halloween. And then you have Lickilicky learning Rollout. Okay? So There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at this video. We're going to go ahead and start this right about now. All right, so taking a look at PvPoke again. I need to solidify this and say this again. This is all subject to change because we do not know the exact energy gains for these new updated moves, all right? Just putting that out there. He still does a good job. So let's just take a look. Clocksire at the top. Number 1. What's going on? What the hell is going on here? Well, that much, a little bit of a boost in its quick move allowed it to rise up. Then you have Carbinks, Feraligatr. Didn't see a change, but it's definitely going to be rising up because of the shift of the other Pokemon that are losing their balance. And then, Carbinks. That's the one that we're talking about. So that's not Smackdown. This has Rock Throw, so it's not being nerfed as far as that is concerned. Carbinks was always amazing. Love this thing. Pretty good. Definitely worth your investment. Powered 1, random 1 up right away. So I don't have the best IVs on mine, but whatever. Dunsparce picking up the number 5 spot because of Rollout, as well as, Rock Slide getting nerfed, right? But Rollout definitely saw a massive buff, as you can see, when we were taking a look at that. So it is going to be bumping it up to number 5. And, well, it's going to be obviously losing to Machamp fighting Gastrodon, which is going to be seeing a massive buff in its quick move. You're going to be able to actually do a lot of damage now with that thing. It's kind of annoying too, and it's kind of nice how they are, making a lot of Pokemon that were meta, not so much meta anymore, just made them fall down in the ranks, while other Pokemon that were never even thought about using, or if you did, you were severely punished because they were undervalued. They just didn't have anything going on for them. Now are actually going to be able to do something. As a matter of fact, high up on the ranks for Great League. So fan-freaking-tastic. Good luck for the people who don't have any Stardust. Okay, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Niantic's playing some funny games over here. Again, this is what they do for Go Battle League, all right? All they have to do is move numbers around, and they can like shift everything and make it seem like not a completely different game, but you'll be able to have others, like we just said, other new Pokemon rising up and actually having a chance here in life. All right, so Vacidon, don't care about that. Machamp is going to see a rise up here. Shadow Machamp, of course. So we do have a Legacy Karate Chop. All right, you understand that's going to be a you're going to have to use an Elite Quick TM for that one. So Karate Chop is going to be better now, apparently. We'll have to see over Counter, as Counter did get a energy decrease as far as gaining energy when you charge it up, or you charge up your charge moves. And then you're going to probably just go with your typical moves here. Probably Stone Edge might be a little bit better now because Rock Slide did take a nice little debuff there. So that's a little unfortunate for that. We can say for certain what those are, because energy from this to that, or not energy, but power from this to that, we know what that is. But energy decrease, we don't know what number. If we don't have the exact numbers, we don't know. Anyways, Clefable moving up here pretty significantly because Swift is now going to be a move it can learn, and it did receive a nice little buff on it. So did I even go over that? I feel like we missed Swift. Did I miss several moves here? Oopsies. We'll go back there in a minute and take a look here after this video. Let's just continue to ride this one out. So let's go ahead and take a look here. I want to go up against, what was that? Oh, a Machamp. Yeah, so I just wanted to see, I obviously know that's a win. I just wanted to take a look at that. But we are going to look at something else here in a second to kind of make sure you understand that you can't just take these battles for face value right when it's like, oh, you're good up against this, and this. The things that you're losing against, you could win against too, as long as you switch the move up. Take a look at that. Pangoro, the one that I'm excited for, is going to be number 11. And I do have a shiny. I am going to start working on it. And you do have to catch dark types to make that evolve. Karate Chop, Snarl, Bullet Punch, Low Kick. And remember, the ones that are receiving new moves right now, that we just went over, the ones that are going to be getting new moves right now for next season, you can't get those moves now. You can't, don't waste your time, because you have to wait for the new season to start. That was a preview from what's going on in Hawaii during these tournaments. They kind of like let it all out there. So taking a look at my Pangoros here, stepping away from those charts, I do have this level 40. Actually, I think it might be a little bit more powered up than 40, but I can't, oh no, it's not. It's right at 40 because 296, that's, yeah, all the way from 40 to 50. I want to max that one out, but I'm waiting for a potential shadow. So I do have the shiny. I'm going to work on it to get a catch 32 dark types. So I will have a shiny ready to go. IVs obviously are not Great League ready. I have other ones that I can work on here, but I am going to go with the shiny because I did hatch 2 of these son of a guns. Absolutely blown my mind away when I seen that happen. And it wasn't back to back, that's for sure. But definitely have 2 of those. Happy we are stacked up. As you can see, I don't have a Great League one here, but what should I say? Well, don't get too ahead of yourself on powering things up, okay? Just hold on and wait till the new season starts and watch other YouTubers or whatever the hell you have to do to figure out what's going to make you want to change these things, or just, you know, wait till the new season starts. Just hold off on powering things up, because again, a lot of these things can't even learn these moves yet because we haven't seen the new season. All right, moving it on here. Yeah, Pangoro looking pretty damn good here. Not going to be looking too good up against Jumpluff, but let's go ahead and take a look at something. So going up against Mandibuzz, we're losing with Close Combat and Night Slash, as it said there, but it also does have Rock Slide. Rock Slide did get a debuff, so we might not be able to pull this win off, but again, 44 health though, seems like we're looking pretty good at that point, so we should still be able to beat it even with the debuff on Rock Slide using Pangoro up against Mandibuzz. So again, this is like another thing to why you need to look at the different moves and going up against other Pokemon, because it's not like always a loss. It really depends on your move set. Always energy gain, health, all that stuff too, of course. But moving on here, Lickilicky pushing its pre-evolution down, Lickitung, and taking up the number 13 spot. Lickitung, where'd it go? What happened? That thing was really good, and I still haven't powered one up, and I'm just gonna let it out of the bag. I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag why I haven't done that. I was waiting for a shadow, and I did not want to use all those XL candies, and we get the shadow, and then I had to work on them again. No thanks. I haven't even powered up a Lickitung. Let's go ahead and take a look at my inventory. Got 200s already, too. I have plenty of these that I could work on, that I could power up right now. I have enough candies. I'll show you here in a second. But I also have the Lickitung. That's going to be a Legacy Body Slam for Lickilicky. You have to keep that in mind, okay? That was going to be a raid day that we did have a while back. So if you do want that move, when you do evolve your, say, Lickitungs, then you're going to have to use an Elite Charge TM. Otherwise, I'd look for somebody who did that raid day a while back, and then you will be able to just simply trade them and get that move for, you know, not using a waste or wasting your Elite Quick TM. So I do have this Lickitung here that I have been contemplating powering up. What are we at? 600 and... Oh, wow, I can just power one up anyways and then make a shadow. Doesn't really matter. But now, you're going to want to shadow Lickitung and Lickilicky. So, yeah, I'm actually not going to power it up. So, good thing I saved all my XL candies. If you powered up your Lickitung, that's no big deal. I mean, that's Niantic for you, all right? You know, you work on something, you get all the Stardust, all the candies ready to go, and then, you know, next season they say, oh, you finally got enough? Wrong. This thing is now useless. Not useless, but not as good as before, all right? All right, getting back into the list here. Looking at its moves, we do have Rollout, which is why it's bumping up so well, because Rollout is so amazing. And again, that Legacy Body Slam, you're going to have to use a Charge TM if you are evolving your Lickitungs. All right, and didn't play that raid day. Marowak, Shadow, not the Alolan. This is the regular one. I had a couple of Shadow Cubones that I transferred. I was holding on to them for months, and I said, this thing is stupid. Wasting my space. And then we get this. Yeah. So I'm in the same boat too. Don't worry, I'm wasting stuff. You know, it's all good. You know, we're all in this together here. So Mud Slap, and it's, you know, it's looking pretty stinking good for this thing here. I guess finally usable. Finally, shoot, the thing's been in the shadows forever. We already know Toxapex. We don't need to look at that. And then we do have Jumpluff, Fairy Wind, and then, you know, Aerial Ace, Acrobatics, and all that good stuff. So Fairy Wind to get a buff, so naturally Jumpluff is moving up too. That's Shadow Jumpluff, by the way. So let's go ahead and see what I have going on here for this. We're not going to look at all of my inventory for all of these, but I do have this that I've been contemplating powering up. If you're like, whoa, those are abysmal IVs. I know, but it works. It works. It's not the worst thing in the world for a Great League. So yeah, gonna cost me quite a bit, a little over 1,000 XL candies, so we're good there. Moving it on, Drapion Shadows rising up because of Poison Sting, Azumarill going down because of all the new meta. Azumarill, that thing is just solid, right? It is literally the Great League's king. I mean, the thing has been on the top 20 forever. Finally being pushed down quite a bit though. Moving down here, let's keep it going. We have Machoke, don't need to worry about that. Marowak showing up because, well, it did rise up. The Shadow was just doing a little bit better. Alolan Sand Slash, I mean, the thing is always a monster. Golurk is going to be receiving some of these move updates too, or at least some of the energy generation moves, so it's going to be looking a little bit better there for it. I personally, it's a little too squishy for my taste, to be honest with you. Do have a shiny, might have to start using that one though. We'll just have to see how that goes. And then going down here, Wishcash being pushed all the way down to 32 with, well, Shadow Wishcash, because the regular one I think is okay. Still gonna be getting pushed out of the King of Mudboy spot and keeping it going here. And there's a lot more that we can go over, to be honest here, but it is kind of just teetering off. And again, I don't want to get too in depth because we don't know the energy generation, and some of this could flip-flop on itself, right? Not that, again, I don't have any beef with PB Poke, he just doesn't like my stance on stuff, which is fine. But he does an amazing job. I mean, this guy single-handedly is giving us, like, cheat sheets here. Like, if this didn't exist and nobody ever made anything like this, then where would we be? You know, there's always somebody else that'll step up, though. Remember when that data miner guy left, another guy came in? Yeah, that's the way the world goes. Somebody will always fill your shoes. Anyways, what is this one? Pangoro. This is my most anticipated one. I understand that nothing too crazy is changing. Actually, could be. Karate Chop could be receiving a lot of energy gain, but again, we do not know how much. But I'm excited for that one, and I'm going to start working on one. But there you have it, folks. Just wanted to break that down for you. Just kind of a quick little brief look at this stuff here. And you know what? Let's go ahead and take a look back, because I feel like I missed some of the moves here. No, I didn't miss Swift. Swift energy cost decreased. Okay, so we already did it. It was just in the beginning. I forgot. And also, one more thing. Shout out to GX4, because he did make this graphic. Dude is quick. He is quick at this stuff. Really good community here that's always on top of it. Pokemongo community is dead. No, it's not. We wouldn't have things like this popping up the second they were released, and then people go and make graphics. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. 22 minutes long. Good God, that's a long one. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.